thinking the same thing at the same time. All right, well, we are live, and you guys, if you're here already, if you're already watching us, you are at Memory Bound in Ankeny, Iowa. We're right in the middle of Iowa, in the middle of the country, and I'm Kelly, and Teresa's here, and look at these Easter cards. She's going to show us each one and tell us how she did it, and show us some techniques, and they use this panel right here, which Teresa designed for us with, I don't know how many different Tim Holtz stamps.
A lot.
So welcome aboard. Good morning, everyone. I'm Kelly, and here's Teresa.
Good morning.
So Teresa's here.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
That's right, St. Patrick's Day. Oh, I know what I went to get, Teresa, one of our signs.
Oh, Becky, can you get one of our St. Patrick's Day signs?
There's one
The sale sign?
There's one on the post by register too.
Okay.
Becky's on it. She's on it. So it's St. Patrick's Day, and that is really good for all of our wonderful customers because it's 17% off for St. Patrick's Day. And Katie's coming around the corner. Oh, nope, she's back. Come on, Katie.
You're getting your steps in.
Yes.
Katie's got a nice bag there. But somebody
Should I show you what Jason said today? Oh,
yeah,
It matches your shirt.
oh,
It
I'm
does.
just like, okay.
it does.
Hold this.
Just stand there.
Stand here and hold this, would you?
Yeah.
I have to have my hands free.
Yes.
Ruby says
To
good
wave
morning. You have
about.
to have
Good
your
morning.
hands free to wave about.
Now, you have a shamrock on, so go like this. Now we're shamrock shakes.
Oh my gosh, Shamrock. Okay. Katie and Teresa. Katie had a joke
Go away.
from her husband. It's his birthday today, isn't it?
It
Happy
is.
birthday,
And our
Jason.
Val.
And Val's
Val's
birthday.
too, yeah. I thought that was kind of funny.
It's like a dad joke.
It is a dad.
It
He
joke.
is a dad.
It is so
So
Jason
if you
joke.
see somebody wearing a shamrock today, tell them to shake and then tell them they are a shamrock shake. So, but in the meantime, you're at Memory Bound. We're shaking it up because you can save some green. Yeah, good job, Teresa. We have our store is 17% off today and tomorrow to celebrate St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
So
That's awesome.
there are just a few exclusions.
Yes.
The new Tim Holtz paper tablets and dies, the new Elizabeth Craft release, and waffle flour that just came in. But everything else is free game.
Yes, you can still buy those things. They just won't be on sale.
Yes. Thank you for mentioning that. Kathy says happy St. Patrick's Day. So happy St. Patrick's Day to everybody out there. Good morning. Diane is here. And we're going to show you some of those new things. Teresa, should we do Elizabeth Crafts first?
Sure.
Let's see. I'm going to be on this side. I'll come around here. So the first thing we're going to do okay, well, let's tell you what we're going to do. We're going to show you some new stuff. Teresa brought back her journal. She's going to update us on that, and you're going to love it. And then Teresa's got a bunch of Easter cards, that doesn't sound that great. Some wonderful Easter card, a lot, using the panel that she designed for us, the watercolor panel. And in plenty of time for Easter, you guys, you'll be
Yeah.
able to make them. No
It's
problem.
not till April 20th this year. It's late, so.
Right. So
Forget
we're
about
good.
your St. Patrick's Day cards.
It's-
Those are done.
They're
Too
done.
late.
We've moved on. We've moved on. Although I did bring mine in for the staff swap today. Did you participate in that? Oh,
Yes, I did. I have a card.
okay. Okay. All right. Karen says, happy St. Patrick's Day. Cute shirt, Teresa. And it is really cute. You don't see a lot of them that have dogs on them.
No, my son's dog looks like this.
Oh, it's your grand dog then,
yes, it's my
right?
grand dog Charlie.
Charlie. All right. Well, let's see what came in from Elizabeth Crafts.
Okay.
It's the new Everyday Elements designed by Annette Green. And I did open one of
This
those.
is called Colorful Collections. I'm just going to show you the front, and then
And
I don't know how much they are, but
they just came out of the receiving room. So they are fresh out of the receiving room.
and look at that.
Oh, they did the back.
They did the back of the.
So this is the latest from Elizabeth Crafts,
These are very bright.
designed by
colors.
Annette Green. And she has a video out there that I watched.
Oh, they're double-sided. You get one of each. I'm like trying to look for the match of it, but
They're all,
Look at this
you get
parrot.
one of each. I
He's
know, it's
cute.
very tropical, and people are going to find out why in a minute.
And then there's this nice red. It's a dot with something in the background.
It's got that-
fleur
yeah.
de lis or whatever. Is that what it
I
is?
can't see it.
Oh, I don't know what it
A
is.
pattern.
It's a,
It has a
It
pattern.
has a pattern. And there's a blue dot.
They all have patterns in the background. So
Yeah.
none of them are what I call a clean
Look at
design, which I like.
It adds texture and depth.
That looks
which
like
I
that bokeh that Diana has done before. Should we
And
have her
then
come
here's a
back and do
blue
bokeh
green.
again?
Yeah.
That looks like it's a pattern and then they put watercolor over the top with a
It
brush.
does. It's a little,
Kind of orange, a little
Asterisk?
tiny asterisk pattern.
this looks kind of like a watercolor stripe.
That is a really neat stripe. It's not going to, you're not going to see it very well on the camera, but I really like it. Ooh, and there's another
Green, big old
bokeh
dot.
pattern. Juanita says, good morning. I actually caught a comment.
Orange and a yellow plaid, which is nice. And then there's a map. Ooh, that's pretty blue. I like that.
It is. I don't know what you would call that, but it's really neat.
And this is just kind of a neutral with some texture. Oh, here's a nice pineapple. I like that.
So we had the
This would be
parrot and we have the
perfect for a
pineapple.
tropical.
They want Diana to do her bokeh thing again. So I think we're going to have to talk to her about that.
This, I was looking at
What
it
is
because
it?
it looks like spackle, but then there's, I think it's a flower. There,
Very cool.
it looks like one of the walls of my house, but not with the flowers. And then this is a yellow daisy and a green.
It's nice that there's some solidy,
Yeah,
solids that aren't solids if we want to talk in Peggy talk,
definitely. This has a little,
especially for some of these dies that we're going to be showing you.
there's some cute cut aparts. Oh, these are adorable. I love the ladybug.
I think
and the
Annette
cheers.
said she always likes to have this type of design in her collections.
Very cute for journaling or card making. Oh, delight in the everyday. And there's a pineapple. And then a stripe,
She
which you
calls
could
this
use as a border.
she calls this her border stripe.
Yeah, and a nice yellow on the back.
So that's Colorful
That is
Collective, the
very nice.
brand new paper pack from Elizabeth Craft Designs, designed by Annette Green
Nice.
for Elizabeth Crafts. And then we have her dies, and I think this explains. Teresa, I thought you would love this one.
It's very cute.
Cheers to you.
Some beverages. Let's see. We've got champagne, martini, margarita. Well, the
You
short
got mint
one,
leaves in there.
maybe a mojito.
I
But you
think
don't
so.
put a lime in a mojito. I don't know
Well,
what that
you
is.
can if you want to.
I suppose it could be a margarita too. And then another little glass with umbrellas. The umbrella's cutie.
And that's cheers to you. And will you flip it over, Teresa? Just so
Oh,
we can
sorry.
see.
I was looking at.
I know you
I
were.
picked one up to do that, and then I just kept looking at this.
So it's got a lot of different dyes.
It's very cute.
Typical for Elizabeth Crafts. Look
Great
at the
size.
look at the ice cubes. They're right here with the straw on one
Yeah.
die. I like that.
And the olive for the martini. Those are bigger than some of the other ones I have, so that's kind of nice. Okay, here's a lemon, lime, and strawberry.
It's called Fresh
This one-
Fruit.
Okay. And a little bit of a floral. That's kind of nice
And
too.
it's not like perfect lines around the
And
tropical.
those are nice and big too. I don't
You
think
wanna
I
flip
have
it for
anything-
us?
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. That's
I've
all right.
seen these, but I'm taking a really good look at them now,
She
like
is.
if I'm gonna buy them or not.
So you'll see on the lemons, it's got these little embossing dots. So it's gonna, and the leaves, so it's gonna add texture, not just die cut your shape, but it's gonna
And the
add that
orange
texture.
is like a very nice. I mean, it's not perfect. That's
It's
how
big.
oranges.
That's how
At
what an
least
orange
in
looks like.
Arizona, that when they drop on the ground, they get oh, they're bumpy. Okay, I'm gonna do it right this time.
This one is Picnic Basket and Bunny, one of those creative names. So it's that
Nice
cute little
basket.
bunny.
That's a good size.
And I know Annette mentioned you could use the little bunny for Easter or just for spring or for anything.
Oh, there's a little bottle in there.
You got
Okay.
everything you need for a picnic.
I don't know if I'm liking the grape bundle. Do you see all the little circles you gotta?
Oh, okay. So here's
That's
what.
a little bit of
So
work.
some people like to do
Yeah,
that.
yeah, it's fun. You do that while you're watching TV.
But then it's nice. It's
I'm gonna
all on
make
the
some
same
grape
die.
bundles.
So like the grapes
it
and,
is.
the are all on the same
It's
die.
nicely designed. And then we've got some frames, picture frames and mats.
And I think
Nice.
these are going to be really,
Different
really popular.
sizes.
in different shapes and sizes.
I think Diane bought this, so you know you'll probably
Get
see
ready,
this
get ready.
in a journal.
That's probably going to be the #1 seller, and this next one I think is going to be really popular also. This is Tag Variety Pack.
Yeah. Good variety.
And lots of different things you can use on your tags.
Yeah. I like the little scallop circle. It has an embossed dots and around the edge.
So thank you, Annette Green, for designing
Very
this.
nice.
And maybe we should show that bird next. This is the layered hummingbird. And there was a lot of, there goes our shamrock shake. We do the shamrock shake. This has got lots of layers. And, you know, if you wanted to, I think she commented on her video that you could use all the layers, or you could, you know, maybe omit some layers if you want to. But it also has those pretty flowers with it.
Very nice. Okay, then we have some stamps. I'm going to show this one. It's called Large Nature Stamp.
And this is really great for watercoloring, which Teresa's watercoloring today.
That would be nice. I like all the little speckles on it.
I know, it's got the little speckles, and I told Teresa they fussy cut that.
They splat it for you.
Yeah, it's already done.
Yeah, that's nice.
Already done.
All right, then I'm going to show the, this is called Beetles and Bugs Stamp and Die Set. Oh, so there's a die.
Oh, it comes with the die and the, Janet, don't look at the frog.
And I love the ants, the little row of ants at the bottom.
And it's, I didn't realize it had a die either, Teresa.
Yeah, I didn't. I love the frog die. I mean, I looked at the frog, but then when I see the die, that would be so cute to put him on a wobble.
Oh yes,
my gosh.
It would be a lot of these on wobbles. And I like that they included that little tiny, or it's really not tiny, maybe about
Just
3/4 of an inch. And it has a die for that too.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I think those are going to be really popular. They're a nice size, whether you're scrapbooking or making cards.
This is called Playful Sentiments. And it does have some playful sentiments. Now you could use this one with the bugs or the drink dies. Don't let it bug you. What a fine specimen you are. Best day ever. And then there's things like liquid therapy.
I just saw that one.
We go together like Fridays and happy hour. Oh, there's Happy Easter on there. Huh. Wishing you the very best. I said don't let it bug you. To me, drink responsibly means don't spill. And then there's 2 cute little frames that you could probably stamp some of the words in there. I'm really liking this stamp set.
I think liquid therapy is kind of fun.
Yeah.
So that's the new Elizabeth Crafts release, designed by Annette Green, called Everyday Elements. And then why don't we go ahead and show the new waffle flower?
Any order you want me to go
in? I don't know what order. I didn't look through these, but this is their new birthday, the cupcake.
It's called Boxed Cupcake Die. So it looks like a box of cupcakes. Too bad they don't have a picture to see how that box looks. That's interesting.
That's one thing about waffle flour. They're not really good with their packaging because it is hard to see, but I've seen samples, and they will cut those out, and they'll watercolor them or cut different layers.
I love the little sticks that you can put. I don't know if there's a name for those that you put in the cupcakes.
Yeah.
Those are cute.
Sticks
with things on the end.
Are those priced, Teresa?
Yeah, these are $17.99.
Okay. And there's some other parts to that, including this big cupcake that Teresa has in her hand.
Sweet cupcake die. That's a giant.
That is fun because it's big.
And it's got a candle and a cherry.
You could do a banner with that, Teresa, for a birthday.
And then this looks like it's an add-on. It's called Cupcake Topper.
So that goes with the big cupcake.
It says celebrate and happy birthday. Oh, and those words are on sticks, and then there's little flags. Those are cute. This would be cute even without the cupcake.
And I think there's a stencil that goes with it. That smaller that goes with the original. I think, is this the one we need for this?
So there's a sweet cupcake stencil. And then
there is a stencil that goes with that. So if you wanted to cut it out and then color it, it works really well. And they're probably linked together online.
Yeah.
And then the cupcake box also had a stencil.
It's right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Look at the rest of this. And then there's another birthday stamp.
Okay. This one's $35.99 because it does have a die.
Oh, I didn't. And it has a magnetic sheet in there.
Yeah. That is nice.
Can you find a name of it, Teresa?
Sweet Birthday Sentiments Combo.
So we'll get up close here.
May all your dreams come true. That's nice. Wishing you love and laughter today and every day. Oh, another year, another reason to sprinkle joy. Fun.
I like the mixture of the fonts, and I love that it has dies that go with it.
That's nice. I like to cut out a die. Now this is a fun.
I should have put these in order because here's another birthday one.
Okay. Oh wait, this.
That's the
This is the
postage. But that's part of the birthday release.
Okay, so here's a postage collage cupcake stencil.
So if you have the postage collage die
like this,
well, that's actually
the other one.
Yeah, but I think that one might work.
Wouldn't it?
So that's the postage collage cupcake stencil, and I've seen some really cute samples with that too.
$21.99. Then there's this little teeny one.
Is that birthday too? Oh,
it's called Cupcake Topper Editions. Oh, those would be cute. Oh, you could stamp those on the little banners, I bet ya.
So
on the little banner here, your little sentiment could go on there. That's cute. This is
I think it's perfect. I think it's perfect for $4.99. It also would work well with the postage collage because it's little. You could stamp those.
The little crown down there. We all need crowns.
We do.
Okay, here's a happy birthday die. So it's just
with a shadow.
Yeah, $8.99.
Oh, that's a good deal.
Scripty. We did this and this. Is this birthday? No. Okay, so we're done with the birthday. That's all the birthdays, right?
Yep, I think so.
Okay. So this is the postage. No, this is the postage cupcake die and stencil.
I wish I would have looked at this.
Sorry, you can't see, but there's a stencil with a cupcake.
We will have to get some pictures of this out there.
Put inside the. I love a seal like that, a seal die. You know that.
We had people asking for this release, so I'm really glad it came in.
It has the faux stitching that it doesn't cut all the way through. It just cuts little things in it.
So then I think the last two are reorders, maybe.
Okay.
Or maybe we didn't have Happy
Easter.
We had Happy St. Patrick's Day like this. Duo. It was really popular.
Why is it a duo?
Because you get 2 Happy Easters on it.
Okay.
Plus you have, and you have those little tiny ones too.
Yeah. This one also has He Is Risen, so that's some people like that. It's $8.99. And then this one is postage collage. Oh, I like the little airmail one with the airplane and the cancellation. 9 cents. That's a good
maybe
one.
Many years ago.
A postcard isn't even 9 cents. Yeah. I don't even know what a postcard is now. I have some old postcard stamps that I found. I used to put it in my travel journal that I would take with me. And I'm sure that I have no idea how much. Does anyone know how much a postcard is?
I don't know.
I want to know because I don't think my stamps are
maybe they're the same now.
Because they weren't forever. They didn't do forever postcard stamps, you know.
Okay. Well, they're messing us up. I think we got everything, Teresa.
Okay.
So that was the new waffle flower and the new Elizabeth Crafts release. And we should just mention we did get in the Tim Holtz dies from Sizzix, and we have the
2 left.
Can you see what the names of those are?
This one's Vault Industrial, aptly named. And this one's Vault Edges. And you guys,
that's been the most popular one. That's been the best seller.
This may look boring, but I can't wait to use the decal because I don't have a decal trimmer. I just have the decal rectangles, and this one is going to be fun. They're all fun, but and then the alphabet is a revamp.
They're $20.99.
$20.99.
The rest will be back in stock tomorrow.
Yay!
So they'll all be back tomorrow.
Cool. I can't wait to show more.
There's 5 different ones.
Yes,
so
Tim had it was almost a 3-hour video, I think. I didn't get
probably
through it.
So if you want to learn more about it, head out to YouTube and search on Tim Holtz.
It's on his blog too.
Oh, true. All right. Well, if you're just joining us, Teresa's here, and she's got a new watercolor panel that I'm pretty excited about, and I'm sure you are too. She's great at designing these for us. It comes. I'll show you how it comes. She's going to show us her projects that she made. It is laser printed on watercolor paper, so it's waterproof, and you can use your watercolor paints, your pencils, or just your inks. She's used glazes. Teresa's used all kinds of things. And Teresa, before we start that, for people that are just joining us, I just want to remind them about our special St. Patrick's Day sale.
Yeah.
And we're doing it today and tomorrow just because I think it helps if you're maybe working today and you're watching later, then you don't have to panic like, oh my God, I got to get out there and get ordered before midnight. So it is today and tomorrow, and it's 17% off with a few exclusions.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
you want to do, what do you want? You want to
I'm
do your
gonna show
journal?
my journal.
Yes.
So while we have the 17% off, it would be a great day to buy.
Oh, it would.
I'm going to show you update you on my journal, my junk journal for 2025. And I did use this on the first page. And I was thinking, oh, it's on sale. It's kind of pricey. It's $34.99, but it's definitely worth it. But 17% off. Today's the day, ladies
And
and gentlemen.
Angie just asked, what is 17% off? And Angie, basically the whole store is 17% off, except for memory bound exclusive kits, the new Tim Holtz Elizabeth Crafts releases, and the waffle flour cupcake things that we just showed you. But everything else in the store is 17% off.
Yeah. Okay. So last week or sometime I showed.
I don't know when it was.
I know,
last week. I think it was about a week ago.
I showed that I'm using the mixed media journal to do my 2025. So I'm taking a picture on the 25th of every month. I'm doing like a selfie of me and my husband, and then I'm taking a picture out my scrapbook window, and that's going to be
cool.
changing because I'm having a little remodel. So I had already showed you guys my first page.
Let's see it again.
Here's my January, and there's my date stamp just down there. But that was my first page.
And Teresa showed us how to do this background.
Yeah. And then
did you skip a page?
No, it just stuck together. Then I did this one on the video. I kind of showed you how I put that one together, but I went home and I had a little white space there, and it was driving me a little crazy. It looked white space is fine, you guys, but it was off balance. It felt to me, so I had to add a pointy finger. I stamped the number 25. That's from an Elizabeth Craft stamp.
I remember that stamp.
And then the word life, that's from a Tim Holtz, one of his snippet sticker books that I love. And so this was a page that I didn't get done. That was my selfie page. And this is from the Junk Start. So if you haven't gotten one of these.
I think we have 5 of those left. 5 Junk Start kits.
Good thing, and to get you started if you want to join us in our junk journal journey. Journal journey.
JJJ.
Yeah. So I used this frame, which
it looks
is
really
Holtz,
cool.
and it's super cool. It fit perfect. And we had pizza. I had a little Heidi swap. This one says, "Let pretty stuff making begin." I thought that was fun. And just some stamps that I had.
So the frame, I have not used those frames yet, Teresa, and that is really cool.
Yeah.
So that's from Tim Holtz.
Yeah, we have, it's called Collage Layered Frames. And 4, 8, 12. You get 12 for $7.99. And there's some little ones. Well, you guys saw on the front. There's some little ones and rectangular, kind of fun. And then there's this one called Montage, and they're circle ones. Because we were looking for this one this morning, and I'm like, that's not it. Kelly pulled this one. I'm like, that's not it. So it has circles.
Well, either circles, ovals, or kind of rectangles with a rounded top.
Yeah. I might have to get this one because
it looks really
I didn't realize
neat.
there were 2.
I didn't realize how she did this.
Yeah.
And it even has you'll see the string hanging off of it.
Yeah, right here. I didn't have to sew it, you guys. It was already sewn.
They're really cool.
If you want something that has sewing on it,
Karen says she loves those frames.
Yeah, they're fun.
And Teresa, you're going to keep us posted with each month as we go along.
So that was that.
All right.
Okay.
Well, I think we're ready. We're going to take a different view here. So give us a second. We'll
switching cameras.
We're going to switch our camera. Teresa, I can leave it in this one if you want to kind of talk about what you're going to do.
Okay, well, I'm going to show you the watercolor panel. It's $1.29. It's on watercolor paper, and we have photocopied it, and so that it's waterproof when you do
It's
it.
laser printed.
Yeah,
so-
there you go. that. If you stamp this, you want to use an archival ink to stamp your image before you watercolor it on your watercolor paper. So you really want to use watercolor paper if you're going to be doing mixed media type things. Okay, now
What?
I'm looking at myself in the camera. I'm not
You
used
look
to that.
great.
I'm
You
like,
look great.
what's going on with my
I think
bags?
she looks wonderful.
Okay. Now it just goes.
Okay, so then, so Teresa took the panel and
Yes.
she made a lot of
I
different
made some
cards to
cards.
show you what you can do with
And I'm
it.
going to talk about it. And I did more things than just watercolor. Usually we just watercolor on them. But I'll show you a technique that I use for one. And then I'm going to tell you some other things. Because it's a heavier paper, you can do use glazes and you can use matte medium on it. Not matte medium. What is it?
Did you use texture paste?
Texture paste. Gosh, I can't think. Texture paste and stencils and different things like that.
Well, I think you did a lot of different things that you
I did.
haven't done before with these
Yes.
panels.
Because we have done craft-alongs before, but today's not a craft-along, so I just went kind of crazy.
She went crazy. She went cray.
Yes.
But you
Okay.
have a craft along coming up on what,
March 31st.
March 31st.
Yeah. We
And
should probably show that.
I can go get it.
Yeah.
So we're going to switch the camera while you.
Okay.
We're going to switch the camera angle so you can show your cards. And can you? Okay. Oh, there it is. You just bring it down a little. There you go. Perfect.
All right. We're going to try and use this Tim Holtz glass mat today, you guys. It's not supposed to have shine, but we have a little shine, but it'll be okay. So the first thing that I'm going to show you, well, of course, you know, we have all the watercolor pencils, the sets 1 through 6. And of course, I have them all, but you don't need all of them. Number 1 is a good place to start because it has all the colors in it. Sorry. Number 1 is a good place to start because it has all the colors. And that's not number 1. Let's see. I had them upside down.
But you
Here's
also
number 1.
said that they all have all the good colors.
Yes, they have all the good colors. So a lot of people start with number 1. But if on the back it says what colors are in it, and it probably says it on our website. So if you have a special color that you like. But what I found is with the watercolor pencils, I use colors that I don't normally use in my inking. I don't know why. It just seems to happen that way. So we've got that, and we've also got the watercolor. If you want to keep track of all the colors that you have, it's 99 cents a chart, or you can download it. So you can see all your colors. And I didn't bring mine today, but I often reference this when I'm looking for a color to use on my project. Okay. So I'll just start by showing you some cards that I made. This one is just straight old watercolor. And you know what? I'm going to take my Post-it off the back so I can read and tell you what colors I
love
used.
that.
So I used Lost Shadow is the gray. And I just, you know, filled in the rabbit with watercolor. I used the Wilted Violet and Bundled Sage. And Bundled Sage is a color that I never use in ink.
I like that. Is
I just
really
don't. And I was
awesome.
trying to go outside my box and use a different color. And it turned out really pretty, you know, with the different colors. Lost Shadow is I'll go zoom in really close, is a really pretty gray. And so I even outlined the edge of the paper, and I just used a watercolor brush. So I just drew around the edge, and then I just pulled the color in. And then I did add a little glossy accents and some glitter onto the bow just for a little something something. Oh, maybe I should tell the stamps that I used
Oh,
for
yes.
each one. Oh, I had a list somewhere.
Teresa designed this for us. It's not just, she didn't just take the Tim Holtz Easter blueprints and stamp it. She added a lot of other things. And I think that's a great idea to show all the different stamps.
So of course I started with Easter blueprints, which is a really nice thing to have for Easter, and you can also use it for spring. Okay, I'm missing a stamp. Oh yeah. And okay, so I'll show you the other stamps that I use. I had a list, you guys. I'm kind of organized. So of course I started with the rabbit. And then what else did I use? I used mini media mixed marks. And that I used the little grass because there's,
oh, yeah.
I just wanted to extend the grass and give it more. There's some grass right there, but I just extended it a little bit. And I use this one a lot, this little arrowy thing. I don't know why.
Arrowy thing?
Yeah. And then I wanted to add some flowers. So I used floral elements, and you just look and see what you have. So I added this flower here, and then I added this greenery over here.
That's from Floral Elements
Yep,
too.
it's this one here and this one.
Teresa, it's
flowers.
amazing what you did.
Yeah, so that was kind of fun. And then crazy things. What did I use from that one?
Was it the bow? His bow, or was that?
No, the bow's
part
on
of it?
there. Maybe I didn't use this one. Let's think about it for a minute. I don't know. I used Crazy Talk. That was the hippity hop. And so it has Happy Easter, hippity hop. I don't know if it has anything else.
But
Easter.
it has a lot of other.
Yeah. This is it's a really nice, it has all the holidays plus other things like birthday. I'm sorry. Thank you. Get well soon. Thinking of you. Congratulations. It's really nice. I like when you can mix the fonts. And then the one that we don't have, that we're out of stock, is Tidbits. And this one is just a fun number set. This is probably my favorite one. I don't know why. It has these little dots, and I use that right at the bottom. Oh, I know what I used on here. I used this little heart.
Oh my gosh. Are you
Yeah,
kidding me?
I
I didn't
used
even
this
know
little-
it had hearts.
Sorry, this little heart. I know, that's silly. Okay, buy this stamp set so you get this little teeny heart that I use. No, this stamp set is great.
It
Look
is
at the
really
rabbit
good.
ears. So cute. Anyhow, I use this
Oh, that's where you
down
got the
here
numbers.
to get
Okay.
the numbers. Yeah. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stamps on that one.
Jeez.
That was a lot.
It was, but it looks really cool. And I don't think we realize all the additions that you made to
Yeah.
it.
Okay,
It looks good, Teresa.
so that one was pure watercolor. This one was a lot of watercolor too. This is the egg one, and maybe I should do the stamps on that one. Well, I've lost my thing. Let's see. So again, I started with the Easter egg blueprint. And what else did I use?
She's going to grab her other
I
ones.
used Mr. Rabbit. I used this 5
Oh, I like
egg
that.
dies. Yeah. I thought about using this one, but I ended up with that one. Then I used Eccentric. And the Eccentric is Handle with Care. I thought that was funny for eggs.
That is perfect.
Then I also used the mixed media marks again, these little circles. Easter Time again was from
Is that Noteworthy up on the, or right below that?
yeah, Noteworthy, which is another good sentiments Easter Time. I didn't even realize that was on there. I was looking through all my sentiment stamps trying to find Easter sentiments, and that one is fun. So it has 4th of July, Halloween, Christmas, all sorts of fun things on note quotes is what's called. And I do love the circles and squares. I tried to fit the circle on, but it didn't work. Let's see, 1, 2. I stamped this 15 cents. That was also from Eccentric.
I think if you're
Is that
teaching
on
us how we could do these collage stamping ourselves by seeing what you did, Teresa.
I thought it was on there. Maybe it's not. Maybe that 15 cent came from someplace else. And there, I used the number 245. I know it's there somewhere. I just can't see it. So I used quite a few stamps on that one too. It was fun. It's fun just looking through your stamps, you know, pulling out some backgrounds and different things.
And Teresa, we had a question about this.
Yeah. Yeah.
We had a question if we have charts. Sorry, I couldn't think of the word charts for oxides. And we have the
Yes.
Distress ink. They're the same colors, so we just have one called Distress Inks that you can get. And I think is it $1?
Yeah, 99 cents.
You can download
Yeah.
these for free at Ranger Ink if you want to. We have them laser printed on a smooth basil cardstock, so they are really nicely done for if you're doing something wet on those. And it would be 17% off.
I was going to say, Shamrock Shake.
Shaking it, baby. Yeah, everything. If you missed the beginning of our video, everything is 17% off today with a few exclusions. Oh my gosh, Teresa, that one looks so cool in the camera frame.
This is just watercolor again. And this one I used Crackling Campfire, Squeeze Lemonade, and Salvage Patina. And you remember last week when we were looking through the Tim Holtz paper? I think it was a Tim Holtz paper, and there was orange and patina.
Is that where you were inspired?
And I was like, oh my gosh, look at those colors together. I'm thinking that's what it was. I don't know. It was some paper, and I was like, I would never put those colors together. I need to try that. And so that was my inspiration for this one. And I really like the color combination. So I just, colored in the egg and watercolored. And then you can see that if I move up really close, I did a lot of splatting. And there's more splatting.
I wonder if it was
all over the card.
I bet it was. You think it might have been this one right here?
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, this one. Because look at that. The orange and yellow and patina.
And that's the Tim Holtz abandoned 12 by 12 or 8 by 8.
Yeah.
Out of the vault papers, but once they're gone, they're gone.
So you can see how fun it is just to watercolor. And you could use any color combination. And I just tried to balance, I try and do 3. So there's 1, 2, 3 of the Salvage Patina. I just did 1 yellow, 1 orange, and then I have them on my egg as well. And lots of splatting with all 3 colors I did.
Oh, I like all the white space.
Yeah.
I think that's what sets that card apart.
And then I just sewed a little bit around the edge just because I like to do that. And I left my strings. I'm leaving my strings more often now. I keep seeing strings on other people's cards. I'm like, why do I cut my strings off and tie it in the back? So that's a fun one. Okay, then I got into, I decided that I would use some glaze. And we have all kinds of glazes, and Doug was just going to link all the glazes that we have. But sometime I'll do a glaze.
We're going to do
another glaze demo and how much fun they are. Because there's different things that you can use. On this one, what I did is I used the, I was holding this upside down again. Sorry, guys. I used the embossing pen from Tim Holtz. And it's really nice because you get a bullet tip and a brush tip, and they're $5.99. So oftentimes people are like, what do I need the pen for? Well, I used it on this card. So I went around the edge with my pen.
Okay.
That's glazed. And then I filled in like all the little circles. So I just did ... and glazed it. Everything.
It's probably hard to see it on the camera. Oh, there. Now you can see it, Teresa, when you
if I shamrock shake it.
Yes. Or just tip it, maybe.
So it's not ink. You can see how bright it is. The glaze is more intense. But the wonderful thing about the glaze is it's translucent. So when I use my pen and I color over the egg, so you see the little dots on the egg, then you can still see them. if you use regular embossing powder, it's going to cover up those lines. So it's really nice that you can still just go right over them and then emboss them. And I did do one color at a time just so they didn't get mixed together. It took me a little bit longer, but it was worth it. So on this one, I used Pick Raspberry Wild Honey, which is a new color I just got. Very excited to use that. Twisted Citron, which I am loving. And then Wilted Violet, of course, my go-to purple. But I also have the Villainous Potion that I like. But it's hard to pick a favorite color glaze. Did you have a question, Kelly? You look like you're going to say
no,
something.
I was just looking at comments.
Okay.
And
I can't
Janet
read them from
comment.
my...
It's okay. Janet commented that we'll have all the pictures of your cards on the blog.
Yeah.
And Tim does have a video on YouTube about the glazes
Oh,
too,
yeah.
if you want to learn more about them.
Yeah. All right.
We have a lot of people watching this morning, Teresa.
Good. So this one, I did a lot of watercolor with the watercolor pencils, but I also used the glaze. And I started with the glaze, and this time I used Vintage Photo. And I believe we're out of Vintage Photo. It's a nice chocolate brown, isn't it?
That's the bunny.
Isn't
Is
that
Vintage
a milk
Photo?
chocolate?
Yes, that does.
I'm just gonna, can you see how he's shiny? You know how when you get a chocolate bunny and they're kind of shiny
They are
and
kind of
chocolate?
glossy.
I wanted to make a bite out of him, but so I did the bunny first with the glaze, and again I just used my
Use
pencil,
the pen for that, or?
my pen, yeah, and I
Oh.
colored it in, and I had a couple spots that I missed, and so after I heated it and melted it, I just went back and filled in the spot, poured glaze, and did it again. Then I just watercolored the rest. I used Villainous Potion this time, so it's a little bit darker purple. Uncharted Mariner is the blue. And oh, I know what I did. And then I spritzed it. Now this is really hard to see on the camera, but do you see that shine right there?
When you tip it, we can see
Yeah,
it.
I used the Wilted Violet, so I mixed purples. But I don't have Villainous. I don't know if the spritz comes in Villainous Potion. I don't have it, so I'm not sure.
Probably doesn't then.
Yeah. And then I put some down here in the corner too. I don't know if you can see that. But this was fun. So what I did for the background, I should probably get a colored pencil out, huh?
Watercolor. Yeah, the water. Teresa has lots of watercolor pencil videos on our blog, and you could search on Teresa or you could search on watercolor.
Ooh, look at,
and you would see all those.
look at my Villainous Potion. I
Yeah,
use
it's getting
that a
short.
lot. And really, Wilted Violet I like a lot too. That's used.
You're a purple person.
I am. So there's my Villainous Potion. So what I did here is I just kind of very lightly just colored with my Villainous Potion. And then what was the other color? Mariner. I don't have it here, but I'm just going to pretend. And then I took my Uncharted Mariner and I just colored over the lines. And then I just took a big brush and I just kind of went, and I didn't care if they got together. And then I let it dry. And then I needed to add a little bit more color to it. And so I just went back over it and added more color and brushed it again. And I really like how, like, look right down here, how it's the blue and the purple are just kind of blended together. Yummy. I like it.
They look really good
I
together.
like it.
Well, they're neighbors on the color wheel, aren't
Yeah.
they, Teresa?
Yeah, I think that was fun. Oh, and then of course I splattered it. Looks like I splattered it with the Villainous Potion that time. Maybe I did some blue too. I can't really tell. I forget. All right. Let me get this out of the way. Okay, this one is super fun too. Let me get my post-it.
They all are, Teresa. They're all great.
I just thought this was, it makes me think of a speckled egg, you know,
Yeah.
kind of. So it was really easy to do this one. So what I did is I used my embossing dauber. That was going to be hard for me to say. I don't know why.
You did a good job with it, though.
My embossing dauber. And it has a, Just gonna get mine and show you. It has a foam top on it, and it's clear. And so I just took my dauber, and I just daubed some dots, and then I poured my embossing glaze over it and heated it.
Stencil.
Nope.
Okay.
And then I heat embossed. I probably started with yellow because I always start with the lighter color first. And then I heat embossed the yellow, and then I did the yellow is squeeze lemonade, which is also a new color for me.
It looks
it's
good.
really
It's
bright.
A true bright yellow.
I love it. And then the pink is abandoned coral. And then salvage patina again. I was kind of on a salvage patina kick, if you can tell. I don't know why I think that's a good Easter color, but apparently I do.
And Janet agrees with you. She made a comment, good Easter colors.
Yeah. And this is also not a color combination. You know, it's kind of that orange patina yellow combination again. But look at how different.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you can see they're the same.
They're similar, very similar.
This was, what did I say? Crackling campfire. So it's a little different, but the coral is a little bit of that. So, like I said, I did the yellow, and then I went and did some dots, did some abandoned coral, and then salvage patina. And then I went back and was like, oh, I need another one here, here, here. You know, I just added, and it's just random, just super fun.
So that's basically what you did for that card, and then
Yep,
matted
that's
it on black? Okay.
Yep, and I matted it on black just to get the colors to pop a little bit more. Fun.
Teresa, they
I did say so myself.
Yes, they're really good. If Teresa does say so herself, and we all agree.
All right, so this one, what was I
This one's pretty amazing too.
Yeah, this one's fun. So this one, I'll get the packaging.
Because you've never done this before on these panels. Teresa's had designed a lot of these panels for us. So
this one might be hard to see. It might just look blobby to you guys. I don't know. But I used the mini stencil set 53. So I used this stencil. I love this stencil. I use this one a lot. I like this one too. Sometimes I use this one, but sometimes when I buy the minis, I have a favorite of the three. And this is definitely my favorite. And so what I did is I started with the texture paste translucent. So we have texture paste opaque, and when you put it on, it's going to be white. And because the embossing glaze is translucent, I wanted to use a translucent texture paste. Now we are out of this right now, but I ordered some. We do have the translucent crackle paste, which would be even more fun because it would give you a little bit of a crackle. So if you want to try this, if you're just, wanting that 17% off today, then you could order the texture paste crackle translucent.
It's hard to remember.
I know, it's a lot of words for my brain.
But it is a good day to try things with the St. Patrick's Day sale.
So what I did is I just laid this onto my card. Maybe you can see it better. Can you see it there? Yeah. So what I did is I just laid it on my panel, and then I took my palette knife and I put my texture paste on there, and then I sprinkled my powder on. So I can show you what it looks like before. So these are different colors, but that's the texture paste with the powder sprinkled on it. Now, when you do this technique, you want it to dry, and then I heat embossed it so that it.
You can see that really well, Teresa.
There's the shine. Really, and remember, it's translucent, so you can still see like the word egg, but you can still see that it's a flower. I think it's super fun. And then I did it again. I flipped over my stencil, and I did it again down here in the bottom because I wanted it kind of curving around the egg, which the stencil really kind of does. I don't know if you can see it. Kind of. And let me tell you what colors I used. I bet I used salvage patina. I did.
She's all about salvage patina.
I used crushed olive, which is a color that again I don't use.
That's a neat green though.
Yeah.
It looks kind of a little bit like peeled paint.
And then it's very close to peeled paint. I salvage patina and then the peacock feathers this time. So it's a little bit brighter than the salvage patina, but peacock feathers, yes. And then I did use, so then I went in and I watercolored the egg with the salvage patina, and I did use salvage patina and the peacock feathers on the egg together. And then again, I did the crushed olive around the edge and I splatted it. You can see, well, maybe
see all the little
splats.
you can see the splatters down there.
Yeah. And it was kind of still bright, so I went around the edge with some black soot oxide ink just to tone it down a little bit. But that was kind of fun too.
Teresa, they've all been amazing. I think everyone that's watching will agree. And we have a question about the texture paste. Is it best to heat the texture paste or air dry?
Air dry. You want it to dry before you heat emboss. If you heat emboss, it's while it's wet, it's going to get bubbly.
So make sure you air dry that, everybody.
Yeah. So you just put your texture paste on, then put your powder, tap it off, set it aside, let it dry, and then heat it later. So you kind of have to wait. Okay.
And Teresa, we had a question before you, because your next card, I know you're going to demo how to do it. They asked again about what stamps you used on the bunny. And I think the stamps you used to make the little bunny. And I think I might have them right here.
Okay. So I started with
I didn't put them in a good order though. Where is the blueprint?
I don't know.
Oh, there it is.
Started with the blueprint sketch.
Oh, it's over here.
Then I used the Crazy Talk. So the Crazy Talk was the hippity hop. I used Crazy Things. Remember, that was just the silly heart. You guys probably have a heart. You probably don't. But I wanted to be true and tell you how much I use this stamp set because I do use it a lot. Floral Elements. So I use like this flower and this greenery and these little flowers over here and up here. Tidbits. This is the one that we don't have that's on order that I use the numbers. That's Tidbit bits. And then the mini media marks. I use the little grass. They're just little lines, but every time I look at it, I think that that's grass. That's the grass where I just stamped right across the bottom of the rabbit to give him a little bit more landing space. Okay.
All right. Wonderful.
All right. That was a lot of stamps.
That was a lot of stamps. Thank you for doing that for us, Teresa.
No problem. Okay. So,
oh, that's so cheerful.
Yes. So this is a fun card that I did. And I think I've done this technique before. And it's super easy. But I just thought it was fun. It's a fun rainbow, easy to do. You can use any colors. It's just a wash. You could do like all blues or all purples. You don't have to do a rainbow, but it's just fun. Maybe I'll do that today. Instead of doing a rainbow, I'll just do colors. I've got my purples. Yeah, I've got my purples, and I have mine out mostly in rainbow order in my tins because I have them all. So I'll tell you the colors I used on this one because some people might want to know. I used picked raspberry, carved pumpkin, twisted citron. No, wait.
Squeezed lemonade, maybe?
I must have missed. Nope, this is twisted citron.
Wow.
It looks green because you'll see when I use the paintbrush, it kind of blends together. Salty ocean, wilted violet. And then I just took a pen and drew around the edge.
That's so
I actually
neat.
used the Posca, the black Posca pen that Katie always uses. I was so proud of myself. I'm like, ooh,
I'm doing a Katie.
I
I'm
did
doing a Katie
Katie.
technique.
And then I did splat it with the black soot as well. You can see the little splatters that I did there.
I like the splatters.
Yeah.
That card just kind of jumps out at you, I think.
Yeah. All right, we'll just set it kind of up there. And I got to find my empty one. All right, so there's my empty one. So we have these artist brushes, and you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 different styles. I use the number 2 and the number 4 a lot. And then I use this size, I don't know what it is, a lot when I brush embossing powder off my card.
Oh, that's a good one.
But today I used, I don't even know, this is the one.
It's like a flat brush.
It's a 3/4. It says it's flat. And it comes in this package. It's $6.99. It's nice to have a variety of brushes, but I'm sure you can get it separately too. And I've got my water. All right. So I think I'm going to start with, oh gosh. Well,
You got to pick your colors.
Do you want dark to light or light to dark? Maybe I want a light in the middle. Let's do milled lavender. Let's see, we'll put that, maybe we'll put that in the middle. I don't know.
Teresa's making this up, everybody.
I should have brought my watercolor chart with me, you guys. That would have been, I don't use Victorian velvet very often.
You're doing all purple?
Shaded lilac. I know what I'll do. I'll do that. Let's try, I don't know about Dusty Concord. Oh, let's just try that.
I think whatever you do is going to be good.
Yeah. So I like to do 5 colors. So I think I'm going to do this one in the middle, and then I'll do shaded lilac, and then on the edge I'm going to do Dusty Concord. How about that? So I just eyeball it.
Oh, that's what you do.
And you know, just to get a good, if you want a good color, I'm just lightly coloring. This doesn't look very purple.
It's pretty light.
We'll see.
This is not, I don't know why, but this is not what I expected. But I think the watercolor pencils are just so fun to use, and they are friendly, whether you are a watercolor artist or you're just a person like people like us.
I was going to say, there's no really right or wrong. I don't know if I'm going to like this or not. We'll see.
And you know, you mentioned your chart. So if you have the watercolor pencils, we do have watercolor charts that you can get to put all your colors on.
There is one over there, Becky. On the bottom shelf, there's a watercolor pencil chart that's filled in.
Oh,
it doesn't have all the colors on it. You know, we had charts, like he came out with 1, 2, 3, and it had colors on it.
So there's 6 sets that Teresa showed earlier. Yeah. They're $24.99. And I think what you've often said, Teresa, is they have all the colors. So you have a rainbow no matter which set you purchase.
Right. So this one might require you to get...
Oh, look at this. That's so pretty.
Yeah. So this was maybe 3 sets. There's shaded lilac. That's more of a blue. Doesn't have Dusty Concord or milled lavender on it. Sorry, I know I'm out of screen. But this is how you want to...
That's how
the
you
squares are a lot smaller, but I'll often look here and go, oh, I like seedless preserve, or oh, I like shaded lilac, and it's just helpful so you can see it, because it's really hard.
Looking at the
There's
pencil.
Shaded lilac. It's supposed to be purple, but it's more of a blue. We'll see what our egg looks like. I don't know.
We can't wait to see it, Teresa. We can't wait.
So, you know, when you put your brush in there, you get a lot of water. You just kind of brush off to the side. You can kind of test on your hand to see how much you have. And then you're just going to put a lot of water on there. Wow, that's really light. One thing you can do if you want more pigment is just put your paintbrush, your colored pencil in the water Brush, pencil, pencil, brush.
Teresa, this is a great, I want you to know this is a great view from the top doing your.
It's a little bit gray. It's a real gray purple, but that's okay. We'll see if we like it. We can always add more.
I'm just straightening your mat because
Okay.
I'm weird.
All right. See how you can set your pencil there, Kelly?
I know. I just thought it was decoration. It took
Yeah.
me a while to figure that out.
So, I could have cleaned my brush off, but you know, it doesn't really matter. So now I'm just going to go down and do the next color. And you see the lines kind of just disappear as you go over it. And I could have used a heat tool to dry it in between, which I probably would if I want to add more color. I'm going to do the same thing with this.
So these colors are quite a bit lighter than the rainbow original one.
Maybe I didn't pick so well for a demo.
Well, it's good to know because
the purple, we can always, I'm just adding a little bit.
Maybe you could change that middle color, put something different.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Just might.
And we got to see the other way that you add ink. Or paint, I should say. It's not ink. See, Teresa, Lisa has the pencils, and she never thought to use them this way.
Okay, good.
So
now you see how my colors are blending together? That's how this happened over here with the colors just blending together. You could dry it in between colors, but I like it when they mix together, and then your line, it's not quite like straight lines. Like you want them to blend. You don't want to add so much water that you got a big mess, but and you can just take your brush and let's try. We're just going to switch colors.
hey, so first one doesn't work for you, and you just do another one.
I just dumped my whole pencil in my water. Yeeks! Never done that before. There's going to be a lot of pigment in that water.
Oh, I think that's better. Yeah.
Yeah. So milled lavender looks more grayish.
Just drag it. I think you're getting some color now.
I'm going to go.
You guys, Teresa loves purple.
I'm going to do some villainous potion on the edge. Oh, now we got more than.
I think
we got 7 colors now.
I know, but I like it, Teresa. You really it's coming together. I don't know if it's as vibrant on the camera as it is in person. It's probably one of those things you have to see in person. But oh wow.
I got some water here.
A little bit.
I have a heat.
You want me to get your heat tool
but you can't really see it that well, can you?
Well, you don't. It's in person. It's very colorful.
Yeah.
And the camera just is a little bit light.
But you see how the colors are just kind of running together.
We can show it on this camera too when we get done.
It's pretty wet right now.
It's very wet.
But I can always go back and add more color to it.
Would you recommend drying it and then putting more color on?
Yeah.
Is that what you'd recommend?
Because it's pretty wet right now. Because it's a big brush, and sometimes you just really do need to. Oops.
Dry it off a bit.
Just tap on your hand. If it's just sopping, you don't want it sopping. So just tap on your hand a little bit. If you put it on your microfiber cloth, it's going to suck all the water out of it. So then you'll be like, this doesn't work. So in a class that I took, they said just to do that. How's your class going, Kelly? Is that going
good?
Okay?
Very good. Yeah. Teresa, what I see an idea for this, I love the background. And I think if you saw this in person, and then what if you went back and watercolored the egg with those same colors?
Oh,
so
yeah.
She didn't do it here because this is quite a bit of a rainbow. But I'm wondering if you went back and watercolored the egg with those colors, then it would kind of jump out.
That would be fun, wouldn't it?
I think that would be really neat.
And maybe, look, I got a lot of water. The back is pretty too.
Oh, it went through the back?
Yeah. There, at least now I can hold it up better because it was just sopping and I didn't want to hold it up. You know, it works better if you have your chart and you can look at the colors. Milled lavender, it just is not,
It's pretty
was
pale.
not a good choice for this. I mean, it definitely has a place in the color scheme, but sometimes, you know, so you could go back and, you know, just
Don't you
add
think
some
just
color.
adding some color to the egg would be kind of cool?
Yeah.
So while Teresa's doing that, and you can see how easy it is. She's just using it like a pencil. While she's doing that, I just want to
Look, you guys.
remind everybody about our special. Oh, you got
I
your
carry
zipper?
my little zipper bag with me.
Oh, it's perfect for your
It
paintbrushes.
is.
Those are $1.99, and they come in the pencil size, and then they come in a size
The
that's
pencil size
like
is
9.5
nice
by
your
12
paintbrushes.
or something. Yeah, it's perfect. I have my blending tools in one of those.
That was a really good idea, Kelly. Now it's hard for me to go back and make sure your lines are the way you want them before you color your egg, because I can't really, I mean, I could
You
swipe
can.
down, but
Oh, yeah, yeah.
the middle color is now set. So I think I want more of the blue in there.
Yeah, I think that would be good.
But I need to let it dry some more. It's still pretty wet.
You need some
so.
tape. You need to tape it down with some yellow
Yeah.
tape now. Well, do you want to finish that and bring it back?
Yes, I'll show it. I'll finish
She'll
it.
bring it
Janet
back.
can maybe put a picture on the vlog. We'll finish it. I'll splatter it with black and mat it, and use my Posca pen to.
Yes. You know what, Teresa, you're
draw.
always so good about coming back and bringing back your finished project. Okay, so let's change our camera view here. And there's Teresa's back. So show that on this camera if you can hold it up here, and you can see it better. Let me take it off. Let's just take this little. Let me stand up. Yeah. Okay. So we can get up close, and then I think you can see the color better. Oh, when you finish that, it's going to be really cool, Teresa.
Yeah. It'll be pretty.
So today we showed you the new Elizabeth Crafts release with Annette Green. We've got the new waffle flower. Teresa brought in her coloring panel that she designed for us. This is laser printed on watercolor paper. So, and they're, I think, $1.29 and you get 2 different panels for $1.29.
Yep.
Is that right?
$1.29.
So if you want to make some Easter projects, and she made cards, but I think this would be good maybe on a little canvas board.
Oh yeah.
Or a little piece of corrugated. And then look at all the samples. Teresa, amazing.
And they are the panel, just so you guys know, it's a little bit bigger than an A2. Than an A2. I don't know if you can. Well, you can kind of see it. It's a little bit bigger, so you're going to trim it down. So, I would encourage you to do your watercolor and then trim it down. If you want to do like an edge like this and trim it first,
yeah,
and then do the edge.
Yeah, trim it before. Or if you forget, then you're going to do the edge, trim it, and do the edge.
Yeah, but it's a little bit bigger because it's an 8.5. It's an 8.5 piece of paper. So if you want to trim it down, you can.
And she's designed it so it fits, and the design goes all the way to the edge when you trim it down. So very nice, Teresa. Everybody loved it. Good. Love the ideas. We're just in time to start making Easter cards.
We were going to bring it.
What were you going to do?
To show the 31st.
Oh, okay.
My card's there. But
so Teresa has a craft along on March 31st, and it uses the Spring Shadows stamp and stencil. We can just go out there. Let's just go out there and show it.
Okay.
You have to move that. I'm spinning. So if you want to do some other really cool techniques, Teresa's kind of our technique gal. And the Spring Shadows It's a stencil and stamp set, and it should be back in stock this week. But
Yes.
those are really cute.
These are the 2 cards that we're going to make.
So, and
With
you
the
can go,
stencil
and it's
stamp.
on our calendar now, isn't it? On March 31st.
Yes,
So you can
March
go to our
31st.
calendar on March 31st, and you can see all about this.
And what you need is, we're doing embossing glaze on the rabbits. So you can, whatever you have, a gray or a brown, any color of brown that we have. Again, I know Vintage Photo is out. It's coming back.
It'll be here this week.
It's on order.
It'll be here
But
this week.
yeah, and then some oxide ink, some spring colors.
And that's all you need. And then Teresa's going to show you the techniques. And she does have on the egg, isn't it, that you have a special technique where you stamped?
You need a stamp block.
A stamp
There should
block.
be a list. There is a list.
There's
Not
a
there
list.
Should be. I know there is a list.
There is a list.
If you go to the calendar, there'll be a list of supplies that you need.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Teresa, thank you so much. This has been a great demo today. Good way to start off the week. And then we also we're going to end on this. We're going to end on our St. Patrick's Day sale. And you guys, I just feel like it should be 2 days instead of 1 day. So maybe I'll wear my St. Patrick's shirt tomorrow.
There you go, Kelly.
Since I forgot today. So everything is 17% off with the exclusions of the Memory Bound exclusive kits, the Tim Holtz Vault Paper, Vault Dies, and the Elizabeth Crafts new release from Annette Green. So thanks, everybody. Thanks, Teresa. Come in and save some green, and we'll be back tomorrow morning with a demo using the Reminisce, the Market collection, which I was very drawn to. So can't wait for that, and we'll see you then. So
Who's doing that?
me.
Oh. Oh, we're